Vishwash Kumar Ramesh, we don't know what happened, but his is already a remarkable story. Um, what do we know of the psychiatry and psychology of what he will be going through psychologically? There is a phenomenon referred to as survivor guilt, and it is a fairly safe bet that he is likely to experience this. I'll explain why I say that. I say that based on quite a lot of psychiatric and psychological research into survivors of disasters. But you don't have to survive an extraordinary disaster as this man has, and the statistics are really quite incredible. 241 people died, one survivor. You don't have to have survived an extraordinary event like this to be the victim of survivor guilt. Quite a common psychological experience, actually. So Sigmund Freud, Professor Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis, himself talked about survivor guilt. He talked about it when his father died. So someone dying quite close to you can lead to the experience of survivor guilt. Survivor guilt being that you feel bad for the fact that you have survived and are alive when people quite close to you, maybe one person, maybe a group of people, have died. And it's such a common phenomenon that I think it's worth exploring. But also the point of these videos is to draw out some life lessons and to think about the kind of therapeutic maneuvers that might assist you should you end up in the kind of predicament that is in the news. It is highly unlikely you're going to be the survivor of this kind of plane crash. However, it is much more likely, for various reasons we're going to go into, that you may actually suffer from a form of survivor guilt at some time in your life. So, survivor guilt has been found in survivors of the Holocaust, for example, Hiroshima, in the Piper Alpha oil platform disaster. A third of survivors, 10 years after the event, were found by psychological research to be suffering from survivor guilt. So it's a very significant phenomenon, not uncommon at all, and can really be quite long lasting.